going into last year, being my first year here at OLLU, I did a lot of observing early on just to see who we were, what we did well, what we didn't do so well, and really tried to capitalize on those things going into the spring. And then also, we just tried to attack some of the needs we felt we had on the recruiting side of things. I thought we did a really good job of recruiting good student athletes and guys that fit the program and address the needs that we had. So, coming into this year, I thought we had a really good fall workout. Early spring practices have been really good. We've got really good energy. And so our goal is to go win a conference championship. And, we get started here soon, so we're excited to get rolling. Both Shreveport and Alexandria are really good programs. Both have really good coaches who I have a great amount of respect for. And they have some things that we don't, but we don't talk about what we don't have. We try to capitalize on what we have. In order to go beat those guys, we talk about with our group is, your body of work doesn't have to be as good, or hopefully it is as good, but doesn't have to beat theirs. When we have to beat them is when we have those opportunities. So, as long as we can take care of, ourselves and are playing well when we have those two as opponents, I like our chance. Our preseason schedule is a grinder. We open up here the 25th and 26th versus University of Oklahoma Science and Arts. A national tournament qualifying team from a year ago, and I think they were coming off of back-to-back trips to the World Series before that. Coach Ross does a really good job of recruiting and getting good baseball players in there. So they're obviously a formidable opponent to start things off, and then we go to Central, and then Central Methodist comes down, another national tournament qualifying team from a year ago, who plays a really aggressive brand of baseball. After that, we have, I believe it's Sterling College out of Kansas, and Coach Connolly also in his second year there, so I expect them to be better. And then with Oklahoma Panhandle, a Sooner Conference team that has made some strides last year and had a really competitive team. And then we finish off the preseason with Midland out of Nebraska, also made the national tournament last year. And so, our early season is going to be a test. We just got to come out and play our style of baseball and play clean baseball. We know that our conference season and how we finish in the conference is really going to determine, our fate. So we just want to come in, play good, clean, solid baseball, and see what happens. And after our preseason, we roll right into conference. I think our first conference match is on the road at Texas College. Obviously, the two Louisiana schools are going to be tough. Texarkana is going to be tough. I think Southwest is kind of the question mark. They've got really good pitching coming back. And then you can't discount Jarvis and what they've done. So it's going to be really interesting to watch. It's going to be fun to watch. It should be good, intense baseball when we get to that conference schedule. But the name of the game is just play clean baseball. If we play clean baseball, I really like our chances. Obviously, we left a lot of runners on base last year, so we'd like to cash in on some of those opportunities, which I think will allow us to win some more games. But obviously, we got to pitch it and defend it as well. So, returner-wise, we return a lot of guys. We started at times last year up to 6 freshmen. In the outfield, Jay Colazzo is a returning guy that got a lot of playing time for us. He'll be a sophomore. Matt Mahalev's coming into his junior year, so really excited about what he can bring. Jose Diaz, has kind of developed into our leader, so really excited, and he's put in a lot of hard work, and excited to watch him succeed on the field. Daniel Enciso, DH behind the plate, had a really good offensive year for us, so look forward to him to continue that. Robert Lopez, I think is on the right track to getting to be 100% finally, so he'll be big for us. The addition of Jacob Mitchell, who played a lot of first for us last year, is back, and so excited to have that left-handed bat in there, along with Nick Ludwig, who's a senior. Eric Trevino, those are 3 big bats that we hope can produce for us. Ryan Ramsey as well as a senior, and we look for him to come back, again and have a really good campaign. Alec Martinez, Ryan Chapa, I know I'm missing, and then our pitchers, Ty Cook, Tristan Scherer. So we, graduating the guys that we did, we return a boatload of guys that have big game experience, whether it's on the mound or defensively or at the plate. And so I think that's really going to serve us benefits, is just having guys that have been there before. TJ, TJ, who was here as a freshman, transferred back in for his senior year. We're really excited about his leadership and the intangibles that he brings. Just a very, very good baseball IQ guy that I think is really going to help, obviously right now, but just his knowledge that he can pass on to our younger middle infielders. We can already see it paying off as well. So, he's been a really good positive impact to come back as well. With our freshman class that we brought in, really like them. Jacob Montejano, freshman from Brandeis. Brett Vasquez, freshman pitcher from Houston. Bryce Putnam, freshman behind the plate. Those guys have done really well. And there's others as well. We're kind of at a point now where we hope our freshmen play and get some quality innings and quality at bats, but I don't think we're going to have to lean on them as heavy as we did previously. When guys come in and it starts in the recruiting process, when we talk about obviously we want to get better at baseball and put a quality product on the field, but beyond that, and more importantly, our job as a staff and my job as a head coach is to get these guys a degree. And so, we talk about the classroom every day. We know last spring, we had a team GPA above a 3.0, and so for my first year, I felt that was really good place to start because that set the standard high. I don't know if we quite got there this fall. I think we were really close to it. But that's definitely something we stress every day in terms of, hey, at some point in time, the baseball career is going to finish, and then what are you going to do? And so we just talk about taking pride in everything we do, and that includes the classroom. So we definitely stress it. It's very important, especially at the great academic institution that we're at, where I really believe guys leave here with a really good degree, having learned a lot and things that they can go on and then apply in their life and have great success. Coaching staff has been pretty consistent from last year to this year. Our pitching coach and recruiting coordinator, Coach Flores, has been here since the program started. So he is very heavily invested in what we do and cares a ton about this program and the direction it's headed. Does a great job with our pitchers. It's kind of been our MO is to always have some guys that can pitch it. We hope to kind of complete that and have some guys that can swing it and defend it as well. But does a really good job heading up recruiting efforts as well. Returning for his second year is our graduate assistant, Matt Beasley. Does an amazing job with our strength and conditioning program. He's certified CSCS, and our guys have gotten a lot faster and a lot stronger within the fall. He also handles talking to a lot of our hitters. He was a great hitter when he was a player, so it's great for those guys to have him to lean on. Mike Light, completing his educational work, was a kind of a catcher, DH for us last year. It's been really awesome to have to work with those catchers every day and keep an eye on those guys. Also have Nate Gunty, who's volunteering his time. He's a training instructor at Lackland Air Force Base. So it's just really good for him to be out there and lend his knowledge and really just another guy for our players to talk to and have and see where people go in life. This guy has a lot of experiences that us as just straight coaches don't have, so it's really nice to have that as well. Also coming, as our team chaplain, his father Chris, does an amazing job of just being around our guys and lending another ear to them, and as we help these young men navigate this time in their life through being a student athlete. Yeah, alumni is going to become very important here in the future. Not that they are now, but we're finally at the point now, 5 years in, where I think we've got a good database of guys that have graduated and have gone on, are starting their careers and starting their families. So hopefully, as we get this ball rolling and can get some things moving for our program, we're going to definitely rely on those guys heavily. Hopefully they can come out and watch us play. Hopefully they enjoy the product we put on the field. Our plan is to have our first alumni game next fall. I think we're now at a time where we can have can complete a roster of guys that have graduated, so that's great to see. But yeah, alumni, you're in town, come by, call me, call Coach Flores. We'd love to get you back at the ballpark and involved in the program, that's for sure. We plan our 2019 season at Missions Baseball Academy, 5707 Highway 151 here in San Antonio, about 3 minutes from campus. Doing a couple facility upgrades there, so hopefully to make the fan experience that much better. Love to see you at the ballpark. Go Saints.